Good morning to everyone. It's Wednesday, December the 17th, as we enter into the great days of Christmas and the great days of Advent. We remind ourselves of what it is we're preparing for, and another time for another few words from the pastor. You get a little hint as to the direction I'm going to be going in. I remember when I was a little boy. Well, I got to tell you, there's a lot of things I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've been a little boy, but I remember the wonder of Christmas. I must have been 8 or 9 years old or so, and I remember we watched together the movie A Wonderful Life. It's one of the first times or so. It was close. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 years it had been on television or so at the time, and we had a little black and white television, and of course, that was good because the movie was in black and white, and it showed the excitement of the story developing around Christmas time and the wonder of always that wonder in that movie, and then all other things, the advertisements and the shopping. Everywhere you went, there was Christmas, and Christmas decorations were up, and the toys in the store, and the people were smiling, and the Christmas tree was getting ready to go up, and getting ready. We had a little rite of how to do the Christmas tree. And people hiding gifts and things like that. It was Santa, and an exciting time at school as we were gearing up for the last days of our school before Christmas break. And we were all the kids were excited. The teachers we were driving the poor teachers crazy. It was a great time, and people on the street would welcome and smile, and you heard music on the street. God bless you, merry gentlemen, or jingle bell, whatever. It was a awful awesome time, and it was a time. Certainly, there was a lot of other stuff going on at the same time, but your eyes were just focused. It was just a media sensation before we had all of the media ways to get your attention. Now it was a very graphic, very visual time, and it was also a different spirit in the air, at that time. And it was essentially, you got your mind off of other things and put it on to what was going on right before you, presents and gifts, and Christmas free time from school, and Santa, and all these other things. It was a joyful time. Anyway, and I was thinking, the wonder that I had, it might not have been about the Christmas story. I gotta say, as a little boy, I remember I was an altar server when I was in second or third grade. So it was right around that time, third grade. I must have been about third grade, 9 years old maybe. And certainly we did our services and whatnot, but I have to say my brain was on other things at time, a lot of time. And I'm wondering today, I look around, I see a certain amount of that wonder today, but for me, it's not the lights, it's not the presents, it's not the gifts, although those are nice, and I love to see people being happy and being joyful. We had a party the other night with our Women's Guild put on a party for the Salesians here, the priests and brothers, all of the priests and brothers, the 18 of us that are here, and they did a wonderful job of making a joyful night for the family and for all of us. And it was a joyful time. But for me, as I said, it's still a crazy time as now, running around, making sure the church is ready, making sure that the sacraments are prepared properly, making sure that the people that I'm supposed to meet on a weekly basis are met, making sure that we do something a little special for those of our benefactors, make sure we do something to remind our staff and our administration and the council and all of the people that help make this parish go forward, do something a little special to remind them how special they are to me and to the people that they serve. And so there's a lot of busy stuff going on too, and I'm realizing that what inspires me and what still inspires me and what has been inspiring me for a while has been the people that I serve, really, truly. When I get a little down, when I get a little, sometimes a little beat down or a little anxious about, I see so much suffering, I see so much sickness, I see so much people struggling with loss and hurt and anxiety and worry, and sometimes I kind of personalize that. It's hard not to when you get to know the people, and the people you get to serve are no longer just people, they're not just parishioners, they're friends and they're extended family members. And their pain becomes your pain, their hurt becomes your hurt to some extent. But trying to bring hope and trying to bring joy and trying to bring peace and trying to help them to experience a bit of God's love in their life at this time, it's what this season is all about. It's what each day is all about. But for me, I feel fulfilled, and when I see a little hope, when I see people who are discouraged, when I see people who are hurting, extending themselves on behalf of myself or others, to bring hope and joy to me, and I tell them, I try to tell them, that they've already done their gift. They inspired me by the grace and the joy and the peace and the strength and the love that they carry, the cross that they're carrying, every day. As a Salesian of Don Bosco, my primary work is with young people, and my heart is with them. But my day-to-day experience is with those who are hurting. A lot of those that are hurting. A lot of those that are in need of being reminded that they matter, that they count. I read something very quickly. I read something. Two little sayings. It's in this little book called "The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse." It's very simple. Maybe that's why I read it. Maybe that's why I use it. And it says, "Is your glass half empty or half full?" asked the mole to the boy. And "I think I'm grateful," the mole says. "To have a glass," said the boy. I'm not worried about whether it's half full or half empty. It's the fact that I have a glass. And I think that's what I find in many people. Many people seem to be happy with what they have, not adding anything extra. It's not even, Don Bosco said, loving kindness, amore volezza, it is giving someone a piece of bread when they're hungry. That's kindness. Loving kindness is putting jam on the bread, doing something extra to remind them, Well, this is what it means. It's they're happy with just a piece of bread, and they find true happiness in that. They find true happiness in that. And that, for them, anything extra is that loving kindness. And that's what we're called to do. That's what we're asked to give. He said, "We don't know about tomorrow," said the horse. "All we need to know is that we love one another. And that any storm that we have is going to pass." My prayer for us as we continue our words today are words of hope, words of joy, words of peace, and words of God's love in our life, the virtues of this Advent season. Hope, peace, joy, and God's love. May they be yours in abundance, continue to be yours in abundance, so you can pass them on to me, and that I might have the strength and the vision and the wisdom and the courage and the faith and the hope to be able to pass it on to others, continue to help others. We're all helping each other. We're all looking out for each other. And so and be filled with a sense of wonder, be filled with a sense of awe. The last page in this book, and I wasn't going to use that today, I was going to save that, but this is it. "Sometimes all you hear about is the hate, but there's more love in this world than you could possibly imagine." Be part of that. See that. Acknowledge it. Be part of it. And be an inspiration and bring awe and wonder to the lives of other people as well. May God's peace, joy, hope, and love be with you in abundance. Happy and blessed and joy-filled Christmas, and a blessed New Year as well. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye now.